Yes, good evening. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. Did you eat dinner now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, you did. Okay, what do you have for dinner then?
Rice and meat.
Rice and meat. Okay. Yes, well, thank you. So, anyways, we will just continue to study your book. So, do you remember that last time we talked about instruments, right?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Am I clear? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so just wait for a while. Let me just share your book with you.
Okay.
Okay, so yes, there it is. Can you see it?
Yes.
All right, so we are going to do, okay, on how many students play an instrument and on what instruments do they play. Okay, for example, let's say for example, in the class, okay, how many students do you want to play guitar? Okay, how many students play guitar? Yeah, you can state an example. For example, there are how many students? Let's say 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, how about students who don't play guitar? On your own, how many? Yes, how many? Yeah, on your own only. How many students in your class don't play guitar?
I know.
Just a guess, okay? Just a guess. Let's say 2, 5, 3, 1. Okay. Uh-huh. Who doesn't play
But
guitar? Okay.
let's
Yeah,
see.
2? Yeah. Did I hear it right? Did you say 2? Okay. So let's try to put here 2. So 2 students doesn't want to play or doesn't know how to play a guitar. Okay. So next, how about let's put here a piano. Okay, how many students in the class who can play piano? Still in your own.
No
Give
one.
me numbers.
No one can play piano.
No one. Okay, so 0. Okay, I'm not going to tick that part. Okay, how about who don't play? So everyone, how many? Who don't play piano?
Được này.
How
Sorry.
many? In your own, again, it's in your own. Yeah, so we can have a data. All right, so we can put datas there. Like, let's say, how many are you in class? Let's say 5 or 6. So is it 6?
Okay.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to put here 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so these are the students who don't play piano. Okay, so we will leave this blank. All right, so let's try to ask the student who don't play an instrument. Okay, so would you like to play an instrument and which one? All right, which one is it? So again, this is our record. We have 4 recorder. Okay, 3 students who can play piano, 4 recorder, and 4 students who don't. Okay, now let's go for, would you like to play an instrument, drums? Do you? Would you
No.
like? Okay. How about saxophone?
No.
No. Okay, what instrument would you like to play if you're given a chance?
Triangle.
That's a good instrument though. What else? Don't you want to
Only
use trombone?
no.
Oh no. Okay, so only triangle. Yes, okay. Which is more easier, right? Easier to learn. Yes. Okay, so this is a sentence. Okay, example of a sentence, report about the class who likes music. Okay, this is an example on how to do it. So first you have to give how many are you in class. Okay, let's say in your music class, how many are you in your music class? Yes,
30.
30.
Yes.
Okay, 30. So we are 30 in class. Okay, how many boys and girls?
I didn't find yet.
It's okay if it's not exact, okay? Just your own thought. Like 10 or 20. Yeah, just a guess. Okay, so I'll give example. Okay, for example, in your class, there are, let's say, 20 boys and 10 girls, okay? So that makes 30, right? Yeah, so just an example only. Okay, so how many students or how many in your class likes to play drums? Drums. No one?
Yes.
Okay. How about a recorder?
In my class, there's no recorder.
Okay, what instruments do you usually use when you have a music class? Are you familiar with the instruments? Okay, how about guitar? Do you use guitar or no?
No.
How about a keyboard? No?
Yes.
Okay. How about the triangle that you said? Triangle? No?
Triangle was not my I didn't
Sorry, what's that?
triangle. Yes.
Okay, so yes, you play triangle in your class for music. How many? Is it just you?
I think it's
15.
17 to 18.
Okay, 15 students who plays
No, 17. 17 or
17. So let's go for 17, okay? 17 students who plays triangle. Okay, so most of the class plays triangle, right?
yeah.
Oh, okay. And who is your, in your class, who is your favorite singer? Do you have a favorite singer? or a band? Do you know a band?
No.
No, not really. So you're not into music? Yes? Not really? Okay, I see. I understand. Okay, that's why. All right, so now let's move on to the next part. This is making a scrapbook. Okay. Okay, so the instruction here is to read Shannon's text, look at the words in color, and write the short form. Okay, short forms. Okay, for example, I love music. My favorite singer is Laura Gold. Okay, what is the short form of singer is?
My favorite singers.
Singers? This one? Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay, correct. So you just have to put an apostrophe to make the word short. Okay, now this time it's your turn to answer from 2 to 9. Number 2.
2 and 3 is cheese.
Okay, 2 and 3, that's she's, correct. 4.
Is songs.
Songs. Do we put apostrophe? Like this. Do we put like that, apostrophe?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. Okay, so that is songs. Next, number 5.
She also got a song called Favorite Flowers.
Okay, so you said, what's that? She is?
Yes.
Okay, correct. She is. And then, number 6.
Is it's
Correct. 7.
Laura's
Correct. Laura's got a new song. And 8.
I don't think.
Don't. Okay, very good. And 9.
9 is it's.
Okay, it's. That's correct. Okay, so very good. So these are the short forms on making a sentence. Okay, so let's practice that one in our future lesson. Let's practice to use short forms of a word, okay? Understood? Yeah, so for example, you're not going to say, I do not. So instead of that, you say, I don't think, I don't know, okay? Understood? Yes? Okay. So here is Tyler's text again. Okay, so let's keep that. I guess you already know how to do that. Okay, now let's go on to the next unit, which is about in the planetarium. Please read in the
Planetarium.
Okay, let's read the words.
Planet. Rocket.
Okay.
UFO. Star. Comet. Telescope. Astronaut. Moon. Space station.
Very good. So those are the words that we will use for the planetarium in the space. Okay. So do you know all these words? Are you familiar with these words already?
I know all except comet.
Comet. Okay, so take a look at number 5 picture. So this looks like wishing or a wishing star, right? If you see this from afar, it will just like blink and then just flew and then fade. Okay, that's a comet. Actually, it's a big, okay, it's like a big star that falls. That's comet. Okay, yes. Okay, so just like in the picture, this is an example of it. Okay, that's a comet. Okay, now let's go to, okay, making sentences. What do you think? What will you be when you grow up? Okay, so how about that? What do you think? What will you be when you grow up? Okay, so first, I'll be a teacher. So what does a teacher do? Okay, we'll teach, right? Teach. I'll be a photographer. What does a photographer do?
Taking
Pictures, correct. Or takes pictures. Next, I'll be an astronaut. What does an astronaut do?
an astronaut fly the other
Sorry, fly
fly to other things.
space. Yes,
No class.
that's correct. So fly to other space or discover new about space, right? About planets. Okay, so they are astronauts. How about I'll be an ambulance driver? So ambulance driver, what does it mean? When you say ambulance driver, I'll be an ambulance driver. That means
Driving ambulance.
driving an ambulance, correct. Okay. And number 5, I'll be a police officer. What does a police officer do?
Uh,
Yes, a police officer will
crack. No. Okay, sorry. Catch down dangerous criminals.
catch dangerous criminals. That's correct. Dangerous criminals. Okay, that is their work. Okay, so since we already know what are they, yes, what are the things that they do, so let's try to match the sentences here in each pictures. Okay, so you just have to put the letters. Okay, so I want you to do it on your own. Please write down the letters on the box. Can you do it? Okay, let's begin in number or letter A.
And I'll catch dangerous criminals. A.
Okay, what number should it be? Please write it down there.
Number 5.
Yes, please write. Yes, can you write?
I can see the text.
You can't see the text? Okay, let me do it. Okay, so A. Next, letter B. And
And I'll work with children like me. Number 1.
number 1, and I'll work with children like me. Okay, let's check that one later. Letter C. And
Letter C is number A.
letter C.
Sorry. Number C.
And I'll take pictures of lots of different cities.
Number 2.
Number 2, that's correct. So that's letter C. And letter D. And I'll go really fast. I'll go really fast.
No. Number 3 is E.
Okay, 3 is E. And number 4 is?
Number 4.
Yes, number 4.
Letter E.
Letter E. That's letter E, correct. So number 4 is E. Okay. Oh, really? I think that's D, right? Because you answered number 3 as E. So there, yes, okay. So let's check your answer. Number 1, I'll be a teacher and I'll work with children like me. That's correct. Number 2, I'll be a photographer and I'll take pictures. Correct. 3, I'll be an astronaut and I'll visit the moon. That's right. 4, I'll be an ambulance driver and I'll go really fast. And lastly, I'll be a police officer and I'll catch dangerous criminals. So very good. So you're now familiar with the professions. Okay, very good. Now let's move on to the grammar. Okay, so let's read the sentences first. What will you be? Yes, please read.
Okay.
Yes, here. What will you be when you grow up? What's your answer? For example,
I think I will be a football player.
sorry, a football player?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that's your dream. Okay, that's what you want to be when you grow up. Oh, that's great. Okay, now how about the example there in the book? I'll be yeah, what's that?
I'll be
An astronaut, right? I'll be an astronaut and I'll visit the moon.
Yes.
Okay, that is how you answer the question. What will you be when you grow up? Okay, take a look at the example there. Okay, please look. Okay, please look at the book. So it says, what will you be? Will and be. So you're not just going to say, what will you when you grow up? Okay, it's incomplete. So we need to use the be verb. So that's why we say, what will you be when you grow up? So it's like, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's just the same. Okay, so your answer would be, I will be or I'll be. You're not going to say I'll or I'm going. No, you just have to take note of the questions. What will you be? So I'll be, okay, I'll visit, okay. So since this second sentence or second phrase, we use the verb plus, okay, the future tense. Okay, so now I want to ask you one more time. How do you answer this question in your own? What will you be when you grow up? When you grow up.
I'll be a football player and I'll
Player and I'll
play football.
and I'll play football, of course. Okay, so that's what you want to be because you want to be a football player just because you want to play football, right? So this is your sentence. That's correct. Actually, that's grammatically correct. Okay, so no worries about that. Okay. Now, let's try to ask and answer. What will you be when you grow up? For example, I'll be a zookeeper. I'll look after the lions. Okay, another question. Please give me another answer too. Okay, any answers will do. What will you be when you grow up? Aside from being football, any other examples? Now this time it's not not your opinion. It will be another example. What will you be when you grow up?
I
Go on. I'll be
I
any other word.
can't think.
Sorry?
I can't think.
Okay, try to think, okay? Try to think. We need to sharpen your mind, okay? So how about we say, I'll be a firefighter. Okay, what does the firefighter do? So let's say I'll be a firefighter. What does a firefighter do? I'll
Stop fire.
Okay, I'll stop fire and help people, right? Because when you become a firefighter, you will also help people.
What?
Not just stopping the fire, but you also help people who are in need, okay, especially when there's a fire in their house or any places. Okay, so that's how you make a sentence. So just take note. I'll be, okay? I'll be. Yeah, so you will use that when the question will start with what will you be? Okay, understood?
Okay.
Okay, so do you have any questions about the lesson?
No.
No? All right, good. So let's try to, okay, I guess we couldn't hear an audio of this one. Listen to the song and number the pictures. Okay, let's just try to read. Okay, first, one day I'll be an astronaut and I'll fly through space. I'll live in a space station in a faraway place. Which one is it? Which picture is it? Sorry. Yeah, I'll be an astronaut. I'll fly through space and I'll live in a space station in a faraway place. Yes, what's that? Is it picture A, B, or C? C? Okay. So it says I'll fly through space and yes, live in a space station. That's correct. So he is now living or she's living in a space station. Okay. So, well, anyways, I guess we're running out of time. So we will just continue in our next class. Well, thank you and see you again. Goodbye.
Alright.